I see you have an appetite for destruction.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Team Liquid Legacy Star League round of 16. I am Sale, and with me as always is Cat's Paw. What's up, dude?
Everything's fine, and very happy to be here with you today.
Nice, nice. I am super excited to see these games because last week we already saw the round of 32, which had some amazing games in it. In particular, I remember vOddy's mass Stargate Robo builds against Zerg, which somehow led him to advance to this round. So, so I hope he just plays Zerg against Zerg all through the rest of the tournament. But anyway.
Well, we'll see. I think it's gonna be first against the Protoss, I think, so.
Okay, okay.
Has to at least get through that, then yeah.
He's got to show he's the true Protoss master. I'm down for some PvP. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. We're gonna bring you guys some more games today. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we'll have enough time to cover all of the matches. So again, our wonderful TL admins will be handpicking the best replays for us to cast for you. And of course, before we begin, I must give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Rustbrain, for making this all possible, donating the amazing $2,000 prize pool with $800 first place prize. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. And of course, thanks to Team Liquid for sponsoring this as well. So yeah, Broodor lives on. Broodor is awesome. And so, without further ado, our first series of the day will be the man himself, vOddy against Must, aka lancerx. A clash of titans here in the round 16. One Protoss must fall, but another will advance. And of course, it's PvP, which I know everybody loves, especially me.
Yeah, right. And it's gonna be hard for both of them because they've seen their styles of each other. They know what they're in for, and it's elimination, so a lot on the line, definitely.
All right. Oh, and quick note before we start, we have an updated map pool, of course, for this round with Jade, Overwatch, and I believe Fighting Spirit was the third map. Yes, indeed it is. Overwatch, of course, being a foreign map that I had actually seen before. I had to take another quick look on Wikipedia before this. Of course, I got very confused when I searched for Wikipedia Overwatch, and it took me to the game, the new Blizzard game, the shooter, and I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like a Broodor map.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh man, should have trademarked that name when they made it, when they came up with it, and could have sued Blizzard for some nice money. But anyway. We're going to be going into vOddy versus Must here. Game number 1 on Jade. Are you ready, Cat's Paw?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. All right, nice. At the top left position as the yellow Terran, we do have vOddy. And at the bottom left as the blue Protoss, we will have lancerx.
And I think lancerx is as surprised as we are to see vOddy at Terran.
Huh.
I like this. I actually like it a lot.
Yeah. Wait. So I knew vOddy played different races, but he's not actually a race picker. He just like plays whatever race he feels like, right?
Yeah, I mean, he has been playing PvPs in the rounds of preliminaries, so it's not like he can't play PvP. Maybe he just, as you said, he just felt like it.
Yeah. Let me think about this. Jade. I mean, Jade is okay for TvP. I don't think it's particularly good either way. I feel like, although maybe, I mean, in Pro League, towards the end, Protoss has tended to cheese a lot on this map against Terrans. I mean, that was partly because C kept playing on this map and dying to it, but maybe that means it's not so good for Protoss in the mid-late game, so they just wanna take it down quick or something.
One thing that I would point that I've seen at least is that the 4th might be a little bit more tricky for Protoss to take down on other maps because of how you have in different areas to go through to any expansion, but. I don't know exactly if maybe it's because it's kind of smaller, so it's a little bit more difficult to take many bases and put more gateway explosions at your 4th, your 5th. I'm not sure.
Maybe. I mean, it should be pretty close to Fighting Spirit in that regard. So I don't know. I guess we'll see here what the players decide to. Of course, if it does end in like the first 10 minutes, then it doesn't really matter at that point. Probe coming in now, getting a bit lucky here for lancerx scouting his opponent on the first try, even though it's a 4-player map. He's going to do a bit of probe harassment. vOddy is unfortunately going to scout in the wrong direction, so he's not going to know what's going on for quite a while here. Might have to play a bit defensively.
Ooh, and that SCV actually getting quite a lot of damage on a 20 health only left.
Yep.
But okay, seems like it's fine for now. Oh, and another depot, really well positioned to have a SimCity.
Is he gonna get this SCV? There's no way, right?
No, Marine is about to come out, but yeah, the depot the depot is delayed at least, so it's something.
Yeah, he's gonna go back on that depot though. Not even gonna bother switching SCVs. I like this adaptation in the scouting SCV from vOddy. He goes to the top right, doesn't see anything there, immediately goes cross map because judging from how fast the probe got there, is almost certainly close positions. And he is gonna see the fast nexus here from lancerx. So that's actually a very fast nexus. He's just going basically 2 zealots plus a nexus here. Still no gas from lancerx.
I mean, if you can put a good amount of pressure and doesn't actually sacrifice the zealots early on, it should work in theory, but it will come down really to micro, so it's risky.
Yeah, it's definitely a risky kind of economic cheese strategy. It's not quite as bold as the 12 nex, but it's definitely a very fast expansion. To be honest, I feel like I don't know. Hold on, let's check out the micro here. Oh, we got 3 Marine micro. Oh, that guy stopped moving. I think he actually could have saved that one if he actually hadn't stopped walking there. So a bit of a blunder. This zealot. Oh, I thought I was gonna make it out with 2 HP. That would have been really nice. The thing is, like, 12 nex has been fairly adapted now, so I think it's safe against most things actually, like 2-fact for example, which you might think is a counter. I think 12 nex is actually okay against that. Whereas this 1-gate zealot into expansion, I'm not actually 100% sure on the timings here, so we'll have to have a look.
I think the thing that might be really good about this is that it's less likely that you're going to get bunker contained really early on. But
okay.
Apart from that, because the ramp is inverted, right? So that would be really, really bad.
What is up with these 4 SCVs though? Like I thought he was just gonna go and attack. He just came to the natural and went back.
Maybe he thought this was a proxy gate or something like that because the zealots have been really aggressive.
No, but he scouted with the SCV though, right? Like the SCV.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I'm so confused by that SCV move. Did he?
Okay, so, no, I don't think it's. I'm not really sure, but the thing I'm thinking about is how is vOddy going to continue with this? Because usually I think it was, I don't know if it was Kanata or some of this other less known Terran, like not the the biggest names. Used to do mines and double expand because the Protoss will have no robotics for quite a while to go very fast nexus.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea. I mean, it looks like he's basically going to attack with his FD here first, just to see what happens. And there is... the first 2 Dragoons are on the way here. Only a single Zeta is out. This could actually almost kill him. Oh no, the first Dragoon walked across the map. I don't actually know how this Dragoon walked across without seeing the army. It must have gone along the left side here. Yeah. That Dragoon is completely out of position. He needs that to actually defend this, especially with the Spider Mines that are about to finish. Oh man, 1 Dragoon taking massive damage. The probes are now off the line. And this is actually...
this can be game.
Yeah, the game might very well be over here. See, actually, if you had gone 12 next, I think your Dragoons come out faster because you just go straight for the Dragoons. Oh man, trying to do a mine bomb here, not working out. The probes are all dead. The top of the ramp is mined. It is a reverse ramp, as you pointed out earlier.
I think this is pretty much game. I mean, lancerx tried to hold on for a while, but there's no way that he comes back from this unless, I don't know, vOddy goes too deep and sacrifices everything. But even then, the mines are still gonna be there.
Yeah,
And whoa, it's even worse. You can't actually micro the mines because since there's a ramp, you have a actually chance of not shooting the mine when it, you know, unburls.
yeah, there's a mischance and there's like a vision weirdness thing, so it's pretty much impossible to do the hold position micro trick to take down those mines. And also, the turn has units up there, so as soon as the units shoot you, that trick doesn't work anymore. Yeah, he's just gonna tank it with zealots, which is pretty much what he has to do here.
There's another thing, and that is the vOddy actually with that with those two vultures, he scouted everything in the main, so he knows there's no drop incoming or something like DTs. It's perfectly fine to keep sending units here and keeping the contain as long as he can.
Yeah, pretty much. This, even if the attack doesn't continue, even if lancerx stays alive right here, it's pretty game over after all those probe kills. Oh man, he's still losing dragoons here. This is not the way to go. I mean, I know Lancer wants to save this Nexus, but I think he should have actually cut his losses there. I think he should have just given up the Nexus, saved all the goons, so he would have had like 4 or 5 dragoons right now to at least stay alive, and then maybe try and like go Reavers or something and come back that way. So he's getting the Robo now. It's obviously quite late.
Nah, there's just no way. I mean, investment, especially the early investment, because he did go for the Zealots early on, then the Nexus, so he lost the Zealots, he lost the Nexus, he's gonna probably lose the Nexus.
Yep, one more probe.
Yeah, I mean, we both know that pretty much it's game lights out for us.
I think so. Looks like we're going up to 5 facts here from vOddy. vOddy doesn't want to mess around, he just wants to end the game before lancerx can even hope of making a comeback here. Looks like, interestingly, there's a small gap on the right side of the mine, so the goons do manage to run up here and actually save the Nexus at 65 HP. Huh.
You know, with the 5 fact though, this is gonna end it, most likely, but yeah, kind of surprising. I have to say that not only keeping the Nexus alive, but actually managing to put himself again in a position where he can defend it. Although the probe losses are so bad at this point that... yeah.
I like lancerx's comment there. Damn. That did not go as planned. He knows already. No, don't give up, Lancer. Never give up. Never surrender.
You know, there's still 2 mines on that ramp that are like an inch away from killing anything that tries to go up that ramp. So if a drop comes to try to snipe this Nexus or something like that, he's gonna not only lose the Nexus but also get the mines. So,
that would be rather amusing. Unfortunately, there's no drops. Just a good old 6 fact to seal the Protoss' fate. But he is at 42 supply, by the way, against 62. So it is just a matter of time now, I think.
Yeah, and especially the economy. Like, there's nothing really that Lancer can do to buy himself time because the robotics is so late that even he can try to get a shuttle and maybe continue in the game. But wow, what is actually setting a contain in the middle?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's weird.
I mean, maybe he's just setting this up and waiting for a few more units to rally down to go for the attack. Maybe he doesn't... I mean, he must know how far ahead he is now, right?
Yeah,
like,
he must.
You never know. Maybe this is going to be lancerx's epic comeback. This could be like the greatest comeback in TLS history.
Oh.
Or not. Not if he does that.
I mean, you know, it might be the biggest... I don't know if it would be the biggest comeback or the biggest blunder, you know? Because it's really hard for vOddy to screw up at this point.
I mean, don't those always go hand in hand? Like, in order to have the greatest comeback, the other guy has to have done the biggest blunder?
Not always. Back in the day, I think sometimes you did get like these epic comebacks. Like, I remember one game Nada did like 8 dropship at the same time and won the game on 2 bases. So
nice.
Yeah, so there are things, but yeah, I guess you're right. In most cases, that's probably how it goes. Okay, so
especially in foreigner games.
Yeah.
Especially.
Okay, so we have the com sets, and that any kind of those DTs or anything like that. There is pretty much nothing that. I mean, lancerx can try to actually get a pretty sizable army and get one good engagement. The problem is that if vOddy realizes that there is a threat of that, he can really pull back and just get another base and keep ahead constantly. So
yeah, I don't think he would have gone 6-pack if he was going to do that, though. I think he pretty much just set up the position while waiting for, you know, a couple more rounds of units. Like, he should probably just unsiege now and go. Yeah, he's okay. There's he scans. He sees the stuff. There's the unsiege.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So now he's going to go. He's like, oh, okay. I have more tanks than there are dragoons. Okay, let's go kill them.
And the vulture reinforcements are going to be coming real fast, so...
Yeah. I mean, he's got six packs against 4 gateways, 5 just finishing now. I mean, there's extra gateways being added, but it's a little bit slow. And now we're just going to have the siege down. He could have actually just A-moved this, I think, but he's playing it properly. He doesn't want to lose, you know, by being overconfident, by being too cocky. We have seen, even in this tournament, you know, Terrans getting a little bit overconfident and not sieging up properly and making the games really, really close, even when they're ahead. So vOddy just playing this out like he should be.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Why risk at all if you're in a good position like this?
Yep.
Now, the only thing that I wonder a little bit is that he scanned, I think, only once or maybe twice. I guess he keeps a vulture in another hidden base, like, you know, if lancerx wanted to do him or something like that, then he has something out there to at least spot it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
well, we do have a shuttle.
Oh, well, I mean, the zealots probably aren't gonna win the game unless you get like the epic mine drag or something like that, and especially the tanks now being separated so well.
Yeah. I mean, there are some mines under these tanks right now, but it's gonna have to be pretty miraculous. And this Nexus is still like 2 tank shots away from dying, basically. Oh, the good old pylon farm. Look at that, nice.
Well, he's gonna lose 2 now, so might as well. Oh. Okay,
all right,
nice.
mine bombs. 2 more. Hey! Oh.
There were a lot of vultures there, would have blown everything up. Oh, now vOddy realizes.
Yep. Man, if he dropped both of the zealots there, actually, I think he would have blown up a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But, unlucky.
I mean, I have to say, I'm surprised that lancerx is fighting so tooth and nail trying to get back to this, because he's actually doing a pretty decent job.
Yeah. He's actually doing so well, this vulture is having a seizure. Oh my god, this vulture, man. Calm down, dude. Calm down. And all the dragoons are dead.
Yeah. And the zealots have speed, but there's only a few of them, and there's too many vultures. Yep. That's probably gonna do it.
It's okay. lancerx will never give up. He'll never surrender. He's gonna win the game. He's gonna do a mine bomb. Hey! Oh, wait, one more. Hey! We got 2 tanks. We did it, boys.
Okay.
GG!
Right, pretty good start for vOddy, and nice to see him play Terran, I actually think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure lancerx didn't know what to expect. You know, from going...
It's really interesting also, because lancerx even played a bit of a risky bit opening against vOddy's Terran there. Like, if I don't know, if I was going to play against an opponent who just picked a race that I wasn't expecting, I would probably do a much more standard build. To just do like a very safe build, because you don't know, you know, what kind of style they might pull.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that he decided to do that, but that's okay, because I believe it is a best of 3. So we will be going into game number 2 here on Overwatch, where lancerx can try and make a comeback.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check the map. I'm not too familiar with it. I'm trying to... Maybe I've seen it, but I don't recall it right now.
Yeah, I actually have it open on my screen as well, because yeah, I'm not overly familiar. I believe there was like I can't remember exactly, but I definitely saw like somebody made a Throne on Team Liquid with a bunch of maps, like foreigner made maps. I think there might have been like an Icy Cup map contest or something like that, or maybe it was the other website. I can't remember exactly. But there's some website where a lot of the map makers make maps, and I remember there were 2 maps out of that pool that I actually quite liked. One of them was Overwatch. I think I liked this one the most, and there was another map I think on like the Badlands tile set, but I can't remember what it was called. But I also like that map as well. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll give more of a rundown once we go in game. I'll reveal the map, but essentially, it's a 2-player map. Reminds me, I mean, for the first 3 bases sort of are reminiscent a bit of Fighting Spirit, but The overall map layout, I think, is kind of destination-y. You've kind of got two main paths down the middle, and then you've got like side bases with ramps and stuff. But anyway, you guys will see once we get into game here.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go into the game. I have no idea about the racial balance on this map. Of course, we have no statistics from professional games to check, so it'll be all new and fresh.